The Yankees can suck it.
Gold all in my chain, gold all in my ring, gold all in my watch. Don't believe me, just watch.
After the Yankees went out and end quote, panic pivoted by signing Max Deep Fried to a massive 8-year, $218 million contract, my Boston Athletics went out and did the very thing I didn't think they had the gall to do. That being, drop their nuts on the table and offer the Chicago White Sox a haul. That being Kyle Teal, Braden Montgomery, Chase Medroth, and Wikelman Gonzalez. Which in return, my Boston Athletics got Garrett Crochet, who has been described as a fucking pig. Shout out Lou Merlone. Now, is this a bit of an overpay? Hell yeah it is, but the question shouldn't be, is it an overpay? Instead, it should be, who would you rather overpay for? Because would you rather overpay for the 25-year-old hog of a human that has 2 years of team control that's proving himself to be an ace caliber pitcher, or the 30-year-old who, oh fuck, these are actually some pretty impressive stats. No bias at all, but I'd much rather have the 25-year-old pig than the guy that I'm going to be referring to as Deep Fried for the next 7-8 years. Think about it like this. Garrett Crochet's first season as a starter was unreal. 3.55 ERA, 7th in strikeouts, 1st in strikeouts per 9, 3rd in FIP, and 1st in whiff rate and strikeout rate. I mean, the guy was an absolute machine this year. Not saying Max Fried is bad, but again, if I'm looking at the long-term future of my Boston Athletics, I'm taking the hog. And for the first time in 5 years, I actually feel like I have something to look forward to. Like, Crochet has all the tools to be that frontline guy, and at 25 provides an optimistic future at the front of any rotation. So while it took guys like Teal and Montgomery to get the deal done, I'd say I'd much rather have the long-term outlook of Crochet versus the short term with Fried, who'll be turning 31 and be getting paid roughly $27 million per year until he's 39. I can almost guarantee Yankees fans are going to despise this contract in the next like 2-3 years. And the way I look at it is this: while there's nothing more important to any team than pitching, I'd argue that the thing that is more important than that is young, controllable pitching. I mean, look at the Mariners. That team is absolutely loaded and probably going nowhere, but they're still loaded at their rotation. And what's crazy to me is that the Yankees could have had Crochet and probably Fried making their entire pitching rotation and designed better than the long term and short term. Literally all they had to do was give up Dominguez, Lombard Jr., and maybe one more schmo, and yet the Yankees opted to keep those two, leaving Crochet to their rival. And I would have traded him, because you know why? You never know how prospects are going to turn out, and if your possible return is proven talent, I take that 9 times out of 10. Look, I am beyond happy that my Boston Athletics finally grew a pair and made the move they needed to make, and I'm happy we're slightly less of interest kings than we were the day before, because we're probably not back, baby. Suck it, Yankees and the Mets.